Are you ready to learn science stuff? Great! But before we start our lesson, I want you to prepare yourself as well as your materials necessary for your study. Your pen, paper, and your learning activity sheet in Science 5. Try to find a nice and comfortable place inside your home where you can focus with your lesson. By the way, I'm your teacher Rowena Balyatan, or you can call me Teacher Weng. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to relate the ability of materials to block, absorb, or transmit light to its uses, and identify the effects of light on people and objects. Now, I will be presenting a group of pictures and I want you to look at it carefully. We have the second picture, the third picture, and the last picture. So now, let us name the pictures that I've shown. First, we have a street light. Second one, flashlight. The third one, sun. And the last picture, we have lampshade. Do you think these materials are very important to us? Yes, it is very important to us. Can you imagine your surroundings or house without light at all? Oh, it's very dark and scary, isn't it? So, light is very important to us. Can you name some you use in your home that produces light? That's great, class! So, our lesson for today has something to do with light. Did you know that the light that is visible to the human eye is called visible light or simply light? Yes, so anything that is visible in our eye called visible light. Again, visible light. The primary source of light is the sun. The visible light allows us to see the color that is not absorbed by the objects. To further understand the concept of light, we have to study how it interacts with different objects. This branch of science is called optics. Optics is a study of refraction, reflection, absorption, and transmission of light.
Refraction refers to the bending of light as it passes through different materials. Example, we have the straw in a glass of water appears bent because of the different parts of the material that interact with light. The part of the straw that is not deep in water interacts with the air, while the part of the straw dipped in water interacts with the water. Reflection refers to the bouncing back of light when it hits an object. Some objects with flat surface, like mirrors, reflect light in a straight, predictable way. Some objects with uneven surfaces, like rocks, reflect light in a scattered way. Absorption refers to a material taking enough light and not reflecting it back. Example, when light strikes a black surface, it is absorbed by the surface and nothing is reflected. Then we have the transmission. It refers to the passing of light through some materials. Example, when light passes through a glass window, it is transmitted to the other side, allowing the light to pass through the window. There are different ways in transmitting light. First, we have transparent objects. Objects that let all the light to pass through them are called transparent objects. Example, we have window panes, spectacles, car windshield, bulb, thermometer, aquarium, transparent sheet, ice, and clear water. Another example, you can see the details of object on the other side of transparent objects. Next, we have translucent objects. It allows some light to pass through them, and some light is absorbed or reflected back. Translucent objects can be seen through but not completely. Example, we have tinted window, frosted glass, sunglasses, wax paper, glass containing colored liquid, oiled paper, colored syrup, and gemstones. And then the last one, we have the opaque objects. Objects do not let any light to pass through them are called opaque objects. Some of the light is reflected back and some is absorbed. Example, we have football, battery, pillow, teddy bear, plastic cup, and pen stand.
So class, what have you learned today? That's nice to hear. Very good, class. We learned in this chapter how light can be blocked, absorbed, or transmitted by certain materials. Again, what do you call the study of reflection, refraction, absorption, and transmission of light? That's right. We call it optics. Everybody say, class, optics is the study of reflection, refraction, absorption, and transmission of light. Let's see if you really understand the lesson. I want you to prepare your paper and pen and answer the questions that I'm going to ask. Write the letter only of the correct answer. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. Number 1. The primary source of light is blank. A. Fire. B. Sun. C. Street light. Number 2. The scientific study of light and how it interacts with different objects is called A. Optics, B. Physics, C. Biology. Number 3. I put the pencil in a glass of water. The upper part of the pencil that is not dipped in the water interacts with the air, while the part of the pencil dipped in water interacts with the water. This is an example of A. Reflection, B. Refraction, C. Transmission. Number 4. The light that is seen by human eye is called A. Sunlight, B. Lampshade, C. Visible. Number 5. Mirrors reflect light in a straight or predictable way. This is an example of A. Reflection, B. Refraction, C. Transmission of light. Let's check your answers. Great job, class! So, you are now ready to answer your learning activity sheets in Science 5. I hope you have learned something from me. Again, I'm Teacher Weng. Remember, learn as much as you can while you are young and do things with care and love with all the things you do. Goodbye!